Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video I am going to be installing a mechanical oil pressure gauge that is going to be installed right where the oil pressure sending unit is located. So if you want to go from this to this, then stick along. Alright guys, so the first thing you would have to do is you're going to remove the plug that is connected to the oil pressure sending unit. I went ahead and I did that already. So you just go ahead and set that aside. I already loosened up the sensor, so I'm just going to go ahead and by hand remove it. Alright, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and take you to the workbench and I'll show you what parts you will need. Alright, so what you will need is pretty much right in front of you. So you will need a gauge. I got this off of Amazon. I'll make sure to link the website down below. And you will need a connector, one of these brass connectors. So how this works is this side is going to be connected to where your oil pressure sending unit goes to, okay? The top one is where you're going to mount the sensor to. And then the back one over here is where the sensor is going to be mounted to. So sometimes with these Jeep Cherokees, even when you buy brand new oil pressure sending units, they're faulty right away. They don't even work properly. And so to mitigate that, we're going to add a mechanical sensor that's going to be installed in the engine compartment. So we're going to have that there. So just in case, if you guys were ever, driving down the road and you look at your gauge and it reads 0 or close to 0, at least you have this as a backup. So if it reads, like I said, 10 or 0 inside of your Jeep, you could always pull over, pop the hood, and double check with the mechanical sensor, or mechanical gauge, I should say, just to make sure that those readings are correct. And if they're not, then you know that you just have a bad sensor, bad sending unit. So let's go ahead and install this real quick. It should be an easy install, hopefully no more than like 20 minutes. And I'll show you the final result. All right, so let's go ahead and install the brass fitting first. I'm gonna go ahead and thread it in to where the original oil pressure sending unit goes mounted to. Hopefully I can find the hole. Okay. Found it there, so we're gonna go ahead slowly by hand at first thread it in. All right, so I'm gonna leave it around here just so it's on an angle. So when I mount the gauge, I can just see it directly as soon as I open the hood. So I'm gonna try to fix it a little more. So it's probably like right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the original pressure sending unit. I'm gonna mount it on this side, and then I'll add or I'll install the gauge on top at the very end. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some Teflon tape before I go ahead and do anything else. I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna go ahead and install the oil pressure sending unit. All right, so once you're satisfied for the most part, you could go ahead and install or plug back in the sensor, and then we're going to go ahead and install the gauge. Alright guys, so once you go ahead and install everything, you got the Teflon tape, nothing is leaking. I already turned it on, so I just wanted to make sure it worked. But nothing is leaking. I'm gonna go ahead and just start it up real quick and show you guys how it works. Now I noticed that, I don't know, maybe this particular gauge, it tends to like jump a little bit, but I did double check. I went inside the Jeep and I looked at the gauge inside and it matches what it reads over here, although it does jump, you know, it vibrates. I was kind of hoping that, you know, it stayed in one spot, but it is what it is. It works. So let's go ahead and start up the Jeep real quick. Let's go over here real quick. It is freezing. It is freezing. What is it saying? It's about, I don't know, 22 degrees. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and fire her up. All right, so what's reading right now? It's about maybe 12 psi right now. She is fully warm. Let's go ahead and double check the mechanical gauge. I don't know if you can tell, but it is reading the same 12 psi. But you can see how like it jumps a little bit, so that's the only thing that I kind of don't like about it. But let's go ahead and rev it up real quick. All right, so there you have it. That's pretty much more or less the install of a mechanical gauge that reads your oil pressure pretty much. Nothing to it, nothing crazy. I'll make sure I link the Amazon links below in the description just so you guys can find it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't yet, subscribe for more videos. Hit that notification bell, hit that likes, leave me a comment below, tell me what you think. But this is the Jeep, you know, little by little. I don't know if you guys saw the other video of me doing the cut and fold and spraying it with some Raptor liner, but this is it. This is my Jeep. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Take care.